Good Monday morning, everyone. It is Monday, and it's a very unusual Monday. You've heard, on the internet, on Facebook, through presidential speeches, it's an unprecedented time where we have restaurants that are now closing or going to a drive-through only operation. You've got, national sports events that have been canceled. It's kind of a crazy time right now. And if you're like me, you're probably sick and tired of hearing about the coronavirus. And I am too, and I'm not going to sit here and try to, give you a breakdown of my opinion. Everybody's got their own opinion about this thing. But what I want to talk to you about this morning is how does the coronavirus affect real estate and the way that we're going to be doing business. So, and this is not like a national protocol or anything like this. I'm just going to share with you all some of the things that I'm going to be doing in my business to try and help put people's minds at ease. I've been fielding quite a few questions over the past week from buyers and sellers about, the coronavirus and how are we going to handle things. And, people who have their home listed are a little concerned about, just strangers coming through their house. So one of the things that I plan on starting to implement this week, I have a box of plastic gloves. I'm going to be wearing gloves when I go in to show a house. I'm going to encourage my buyers, don't touch anything. If you want a door open, let me be the one to open that door for you. Just trying to minimize the amount of contact within a house. And, obviously, if my buyers are sick, then I don't want them coming to this showing. Our intention is not to make anyone sick. So we do want to take as much precaution as we can when we're out looking at houses with people. We also have the capability with technology to be able to do FaceTime videos and virtual walkthroughs for people. So, if you are under the weather but your spouse is okay, one of you could come, or if both of you stay at home, I can actually do a walkthrough of the home and show it to you through FaceTime video, whatever the case may be. So, we are going to try and take some precautions when we're out showing homes. The main thing is people need to use common sense. And the common sense of the matter is, if you're not feeling good, don't go out in public. It does no good to cancel schools and do all this stuff if people are still going to be going out to eat and going out to socialize and do different things. So, minimize the contact is the biggest thing. I have always kept hand sanitizer in my car since I started selling real estate, because when you go in and show some of these foreclosures, you really want to take a bath in hand sanitizer when you get done. So I've kept hand sanitizer in my car, and I do make a habit when I show houses to kind of, sanitize my hands and move on to the next one. So I just encourage people, if you're out looking for homes, show common sense. If you don't feel good, stay at home. Let your agent be the one who does most of the opening doors and different things inside of a home when you're there looking. If you're thinking about listing your home and you're scared about this, then, I get it. You may want to wait a couple of weeks and see what kind of pans out. Because I'm going to be honest, when you first list a house is when you're going to get the most activity. And when we're in an uncertain time where we don't know if we're going to be living in a quarantine for 2 weeks, it may not do you a ton of good right now, to put the house on the market. I had an open house yesterday and had miserable traffic. And I think the scare of the coronavirus was a big part of that. So, but that's enough about that. All right. Like I said, you're probably like me and you're sick and tired of hearing about this thing. But yesterday, the Fed cut the Fed rate down to pretty much zero. And a lot of people have the misinterpretation that that means that there's going to be 0% mortgage rates available. And that is not true. The Fed rate is the rate that banks borrow money from each other. Okay. When you deposit your money in a bank, they're only required to hold a certain percentage of that money there at their physical location. The rest of it, they can do loans with and different things. And so if someone were to come in and demand a large part of their money to be withdrawn, a bank may need to borrow that money from another institution to get it to that person. So the Fed rate is the rate that banks loan money to each other. It has nothing to do with mortgage rates per se. The way it's going to affect mortgage rates is going to be on how the stock market reacts to that news. Okay. So last week, rates were all over the place because, there's so much different information that's coming out. The stock market has been very volatile, so rates have fluctuated. So if you're in the middle of this process and you have not locked your rate, you need to have a conversation with your loan officer about, what's the rate today? What do I need to do? And you don't want to play the float game and then end up paying a half to a whole % higher because you were hoping they would go back down. So right now, we don't really know how that Fed rate drop is going to affect mortgage rates. It could be a positive thing. It could be a negative thing. You just need to tune in, and watch what the stock market does today. And then we'll have some loan officers, I'm sure, who will be posting on their Facebook page to let us know what the mortgage rates are going to be doing. So I appreciate y'all watching. I don't even think I introduced myself. I'm Amy Schrader. I'm with Remax Real Estate 10 here in Morristown. If you have questions about real estate, whether it be you're looking to buy, you're looking to sell, you want to invest some money in duplexes, rental homes, whatever, feel free to reach out to me. I want to be a resource for you. So don't feel like I'm going to be a high pressure. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. I'm here to answer questions for you. Okay. So if you have real estate questions, feel free to get with me. We can have a cup of coffee, whatever. But I hope that everyone has a great week. I hope that you are praying right now for our country and for our leaders, that they're making the right decisions. So thanks so much. I look forward to talking with y'all again